One of the best ways we can do authentication with FlutterFlow and Superbase is by doing what we call passwordless login, which means I can just come here, enter my email without even having a password. Let's say I will just enter my email. So this is my email, and I can click on login. So they will tell me that they have sent an OTP, like a small code. I click on OK. So they have a place for me to enter. So I go check my emails here. So I have received one. I will just copy it and enter it in the boxes. So once I have entered that, I can click on verify. So since it is actually been verified, yeah, I have access now to my account where I can log out and test something else. And let's actually try to enter a wrong code this time. So I have here my email. I can click on login. Then I have received a code in my other email. As you can see right here. So this is the code. So I will again make some mistake in the entering process. So I will just enter 23. This is not the code. I changed 1 by 3 here. Click on verify. If the code is not valid, it will tell me it is not valid. So this is one of the most secured way of doing authentication. So it just means that if you are not the real user, you won't have access to this account. So this is again, passwordless login is one of the most secure way of doing authentication with FlutterFlow. It's also an amazing way to do this, and it is now being used by so many softwares like Udemy and also used by Versal that hosts your websites. So this is a very good thing to learn, and it is possible with FlutterFlow. So in this video, we are going to discover that. So make sure to stick around and let's learn together. So the first thing we are going to be doing here is to actually talk about the Superbase email template, because for example, we want something that looks more like, for example, here when I have received an email confirmation from a certain software, this is how it looks like. So it's well built. So we want something similar. So like right now we want to actually go to emails, and like in our Superbase product, we want to go to emails and go to magic link or OTP. By the way, we have already talked about how to set up an SMTP. So we have talked about that in this particular video called Connect a Custom SMTP to Superbase. So I will make sure to link this in the description. So make sure to watch this before you actually go ahead and, start sending emails with Superbase, because SMTP is such an important part, and this video will actually tell you everything you need to know. Now back here in the magic link and OTP, so we click on it, and this is the email, and you can actually preview it. So you will receive something like this. So this is the body, but this is like the code. So we have here H2, which is the headline. So we can call it your OTP, and you can so you can change this, but for me, I don't want to be wasting time doing that. So there is something called token. So we don't need confirmation link. We need the token. All right. So let's actually remove everything here. So I will remove everything between these quotes and just add token. All right. So when you preview that, it is still a link, so it doesn't show an actual OTP. So this is where you can actually use, ChatGPT to provide you with a, an HTML template for email. So let's tell that to ChatGPT. So I told it, please, I need an HTML code for an OTP email in Superbase. Make it simple, and of course, make it show the OTP. So we need the OTP. We don't need the link. All right, magic link is another topic. So let's send that. So this is the email, and you can see here, this is the token. So this is what we need. So let's copy that, and I will go and go to source and paste this all here. So when you go to preview, this is how it's gonna look like. This is where we are gonna see the code. So click on save changes. So again, this is gonna be the the template, and if you don't like it, if you want to change anything, you can come back to ChatGPT and tell it exactly what you want to change, and it will do that for you. So this is the first part. This is how we set up a magic link, but keep in mind that you must actually go ahead and watch the video about SMTP. The video is linked in the description, because if without an SMTP, you will face a lot of problems with the Supabase. So once we have actually made our Supabase email template, you can actually go to my public GitHub page and actually get these two codes. But like these two codes, one sends the login OTP and the other one verifies it. So you cannot make them in one action. You have to have them separated. So again, we will test both each of them in the next part of the video. But since we are using Supabase, you have to, normally link FlutterFlow to your Supabase project, right? Because if you don't link it, then you will just have problems. So go to settings, of course, and then go to Supabase, and then connect Supabase. So I have actually connected Supabase, and I have connected it to my organization, and chosen my project called tutorial. Now after that, we can go to widget tree. And by the way, this is where they have made a custom code. So initially it was somewhere here, but now it is right on top in the widget tree. So we want to go ahead and add a new custom code, add action, and that action will be the send login OTP. So again, just copy what is between this line and these two, right? These two. Just copy what is in between and just paste it there. So go here and just copy all the way here to the first import and paste it here, and then you can click on save. Yes, save. And all right, so the name, so we forgot the name, so copy this one and paste it here, save. They will create parameters for you, which are email. They will create that for you, and then you can click here to compile and see if it has any errors or not. So as you can see here, we have no errors at all. So we can actually go ahead, add the other custom action, which is verify. So again, copy from the import here all the way here, and we will explain every code in the next few parts, so don't worry. It's not, because I'm not here to tell you to copy and paste. I'm here to teach you and help you understand what you are doing, because when you understand stuff, you can do much better. So click on save. Yes, again, compile it, and hopefully again it will be like the other one with no errors. So here we have no errors. So now that after we have installed the custom code, it's time to go ahead and test the first one, explain it, and then move to the other one. And by the end, by explaining and testing both of them, we would have done what we call passwordless sign-in. So let's actually go ahead and start with the first one. So right now, let's actually go ahead and try to explain the send login OTP code. So first of all, this requires an email. So you cannot send an OTP to nothing. You have to have an email. So this is the parameter or argument. The first part of the code is that it validates the email. So some people will enter wrong emails or something that doesn't sound like an email. So this code will validate, will check if what you entered is an email or not. So after that, it will send you an OTP. So this part is just if you have this equal to true, and for example I entered my email, all right, and that email did not exist as a user in my database, then this code, if this is true, it will create that user. So imagine you are trying to log into your app or log into an app and you have no account, and the app will create an account for you. You are not doing sign up, you are doing log in. So having this false avoids creating account for the user. All right. So already we will have our account. We are just trying to do the log in. So we will stick to the plan. We only do log in. That's why we have this to true. Again, you can read the comments, or anyway, you can just copy this code, use it, and it will work for you. You don't have to understand every bit of it. I don't even understand every bit of it. All right. So again, for the return values, we have two returns. You have to remember. The code will either return OTP sent in case there was no errors, and in case there was error, it will return that whether it is an invalid email or error in Superbase. So again, we have two returns: OTP sent, which is success; error, which is not success. So now you have understood, you have an idea about the code. You can come back to the auth page, and here we have already an email input. So click on the button here and we'll open the action flow. So on tab, we'll have an action. That action will be the send login OTP. All right. So it needs an email. Email is a widget. All right. And we have result. You can go to result one because we will need another result for the verify login OTP. So here we have condition. So if we say if the result one was equal to OTP sent. So if it is equal to OTP sent, click on confirm. What happens is that so if it is OTP sent, it is success. So we will show an info dialog that shows success. All right. The title will be OTP sent, and we can say something here like check out your email for check out your email inbox for the OTP. On the other side, if the result was not OTP sent, so what is other than OTP sent? It's an error. All right. So I will paste the action here, and I will just type in here error, and here instead of writing the error myself, we will just take whatever was returned, because errors can be many errors, can be invalid emails, so many things. All right. So we just show that here. So now we have to test this. So, but before we do that, you have to understand that we are trying to do login. So we have to have a user first. All right. We need to have the user. All right. So we can go to authentication and add user. No, not an invitation. We can add the user manually. All right. Because you cannot do login if you have no user. All right. So I can enter we can go any password. So here we have 2 users, and now when you click on test, we can try this. We can try this for both users, and hopefully this will work just fine. So here we have the auth page. We can click on login. So here we have error because we haven't entered an email anyway. So I will enter my first my first email, Mohammed. So this is my first email that we used. All right, gmail.com. All right, so we can click on login, and now they told me OTP sent. So the first thing to check is resend. As you can see, your sign in link just now. All right. And when you come here, you can see it. So just look at this. We have received an email. So before, in the previous video, we have connected resend to Superbase, and we use this name and this email. As you can see, we are receiving that from resend, and this is the email template. If you go to emails here, so click on OTP and click on preview. Yeah, it is the same. Just here we have token, and this is the token we have received. It contains 8 digits. So right now, sending OTP works just fine. All right. So now it's time to test the verify login OTP. So now it's time to talk about verify email login OTP. So this is, I believe it's straightforward. It doesn't have many cases. It's just verify. Again, you don't have to understand every single line of code. You just need it to work. All right. So here on the authentication page, we have this. First of all, that we have actually received an OTP that contains 8 digits. I should make it 8, and we will need a page state. So this does not have to show all the time. We will have to see, sent, and that can be a boolean. All right, that's going to be false by default. So this, this only has to show it has to follow that state. So see here, if it is sent, then it will show up. If it is not sent, it will not show up. So here in the login, if we have sent the OTP, which is in this branch, we have to switch the page state on. Page update page state is gonna be this one. You have to turn it to toggle value or set the value to true. All right. So when the value becomes true, this will show up. And here is where we can enter the digit. All right. So now the thing here is that we definitely need so I will bring this up. All right. And I would actually create a new button just down below. Just copy this and paste it here. All right, here we have login. This time is going to be verify. All right, so verify as well, it will be shown only. So this is just UI stuff. You can just do whatever you like. It will only show up just like this when he sends, but the action flow will be different. This time we're not going to be using sendLoginOTP. Instead, we're going to be saying verify email login OTP. So to verify, you need the email, all right, which is this one, and you need what? The token, which is the pin code from the widget state here. So again, the results. So let's have a look at the code. We can either return success or invalid code. So that has to be translated into conditions. Sorry, not this one. To verify. See here, we will not be using OTP sent as a condition. We will be using success. All right. All right. Yeah, that's success. Yeah, sometimes I just forget how words are written. Yeah, see here. Verify. Yeah, success. That's it. So come back to auth page, verify, and yeah, that's success. Anyway, that was ridiculous. So if it is success, then there is no need to show anything. You just navigate them to the home page. All right, just to the home page. Otherwise, you show the error, but we have to make sure that. So this is result 2. So the verify login OTP result is called result 2, and here we show result 2. See, cool. Now, hopefully this works just fine. So we will. Yeah, now FlutterFlow does this update on their own. Again, it's very lovely. So there is only one more thing that I want to actually show you, which is that the verify login. So the user will only be authenticated. The user will only have the right to access their account only if the code is validated. All right. So if the code was not validated, then the user won't even have access to their account. So this is something I want to just make sure you know, because it's obvious, by the way. So here I will enter nothing. Yeah, we get invalid email. We will try our email. Again, this is not an email, as you can see here. So I enter this one. That's not an email. All right, gmail.com. Log in. OTP sent. Okay. Now that page state was switched on. And now when we come back here, you see we have another one, which is this one. I wonder if we can copy all of this and just paste it here. No. So 0823. So I will just enter it. So this is the code. Now we will actually, so first of all, I want to actually make it wrong. We want to make it, so I just changed 5 by 2. Click on verify, invalid code. You see, the moment I add 5, click on verify. Now I am on the home page and I click on log out. I can even test the other email. So we make sure that all the users, everything is working just fine, and show you one caveat. All right. That is meant for security. So we have another email. So I will go check the OTP here. So as you can see in my other email, I have received that. So I will enter it and then click on verify. It works for everyone. But in case I have entered an email that I actually, so we don't have this email, by the way, we don't have that. We click on login. it will still tell you OTP sent. All right. So even though when you go to resend, you see that it was not sent to it, because why? Like, why we haven't sent anything to this email? Because when you go to users, like, that email doesn't exist. But why does it tell you in the app, like here it tells you that OTP sent? So this is more for security purposes. Like, you can go to the code that sends, like, sends login OTP. You can talk to ChatGPT about it, and figure it out. But for me, I like it. Uh, it just doesn't bother me. Or you can again modify it. I have given you the foundational code here. You can add a bit of spice on it and use, because I had told you in the beginning of this video, I'm not going to be able to make all the conditions and possible scenarios on the world. So I have shown you a real case scenario, a real use case for this particular feature. And as I told you, you can pick this code for free from my GitHub page and add your own spices on it and use for your own app. So that's what I want. So this is just the passwordless login. There will be also another video I will make about passwordless sign up. So because we cannot just do always login, we have to set up then log in. So the next video is going to be a completion of this one. So you can just check it out by just subscribing, or if I already have published that, I will link it in the description. So make sure to read the description. If it is there, go watch to learn how to do passwordless sign up. This is going to be much easier than this. Or if you haven't found it in the description, that means it's not published yet. So just go subscribe right now, turn on the bell icon, and I will let you know once I have published that.